Genesis chapter 6. I think we all tend to feel that I am too small, I am too obscure to hold any major meaning in God's purpose. But that is not so. Noah is an example of how God loves to use the obscure. When he was born, his parents called him Noah and said, "This is the son who's going to make our lives a bit easier, who's going to comfort us over all the toil that we have to do with our hands." In other words, he was going to be the runaround. He was going to be the one who did all the hard work to make the effects of the curse on the earth a bit easier for his family. And I think that's maybe why he only had children when he was 500 years old, we're told. All the other people you read of had children when they were much younger. Canaan, for example, we're told was 70 when he had his first children. And also Noah only had 3 children, Shem, Ham and Japheth, because we're told that he brought all his family into the ark. So his entire family was him and his wife and his 3 sons and their wives, and they also apparently didn't have any children. There was only 8 of them in the ark. So there was some fertility problem in the family. It wasn't a great life. He was definitely the marginalized and the weak and the obscure. And yet we are told that God looked upon the earth, and the only people, or the only person he saw righteous was Noah. The only one righteous was Noah. And of course, he counted Noah as righteous, we're also told, because of Noah's faith. The simple point is that out of the mass of humanity, it was someone who'd had the rawest deal in life. It was somebody who really just, his life had not worked out well from factors that were definitely not his fault that he was born into. And yet it was him who God chose and who God saw righteous. Was he perfect? No, he wasn't. He gets stone drunk at the end of the whole flood story. So maybe he turned to alcohol earlier because of his, rather tough life that he had. But we are all similar to Noah, actually. No matter how apparently prosperous you might be in this or that area, we are all the marginalized. We are all the odd bods. And God has a special interest in working with people like you and me.